Hello, my name is Polly Thomson and I'm the Senior Art Therapist working here in CAMS, the Child and Adolescent Mental Health Service in Berkshire. So I work particularly in West Berkshire and I've worked here for many years. I'm talking to you from my art room in Newbury. So I will just going to talk to you today about what art therapy is as a profession and a career. So what is art therapy? So art therapy is a therapeutic use of art making within a professional therapeutic relationship by people who experience illness or trauma or challenges in living, and by people who seek personal development. So through creating art and reflecting on the art products and processes, people can increase awareness of self and others and cope with symptoms, stress and traumatic experiences. So instead of talking directly to somebody, we have a third thing in the room, which is image making and using the art materials, which can sometimes take the pressure off people who find it very difficult to express or talk about what they're thinking or feeling. So this is particularly useful for people who struggle with those things, or sometimes young people who've had experienced early trauma and not able to articulate and to think about what they've been through. So we find that using art materials can help insight and reveal and give confidence to thinking about the difficulties that they've been through. So what do art therapists do? So we deliver therapy to clients individually and in groups. So we might work one-to-one, or we might work with a group of young people who will maybe have a similar difficulty. So we might work with them with art materials in that way. We take part in assessments, formulation and treatment. So as assessing whether people are suitable and ready for this form of treatment. We think about some of their past experiences and how they are informing what's going on to them now. And treatment, we then might instigate a period of treatment in art therapy to address some of those difficulties and issues that they've been referred for. So we work, especially in CAMS, we work very closely with other agencies because young people are very involved with other places like schools, or possibly sometimes with social care. So we work very closely with teachers, and we also work with social workers and any other people who are involved in young people's care. We might do supervision, so that means giving supervision to other art therapists or other clinicians who are working therapeutically. So we might be able to kind of help other people think about the work that they're doing. And we would also take part in teaching and training to other professionals or to people who are outside of working in the NHS. We support and collaborate with other colleagues. So as I say, we work within a team, a multidisciplinary team. So I work with psychiatrists and psychologists, family therapists, mental health nurses, and a range of other professions. And we work collaboratively as a team. So we work with their families and young people as a team. We don't work in isolation. We organise the art therapy environment, as you can see here, and materials. So we make sure that there is a suitable working space for people to use art materials. Fortunately, we have a room here that's dedicated to art therapy, and so I organise that depending on what the young person needs. And the other important thing is we stay connected to our own art practice. So that's very important for art therapists, so that we understand what young people are doing and struggling with when they're using art materials. So we are very much in touch with that, and that's encouraged through our training. So where do we work? Where do art therapists work? So as you can see, I work in the child and adolescent mental health team, but you'll find other art therapists in adult mental health and in older age mental health teams. We are often in secure psychiatric hospitals, neuro departments dealing with head injuries and stroke, learning difficulties and neurodevelopmental conditions like autism and ADHD. We work in larger psychotherapy departments. We work in addiction and trauma, education, mainstream and those with special needs, mental health charities and forensic palliative care and bereavement, and in private practice. So as you can see, there's the full range of kind of mental health environments that we can be found in. So the training, so it's a postgraduate master's training in art psychotherapy, which can be full or part-time. Preferably the first degree is in an art and design subject, but not exclusively. So you can have experience of working in health or education or social care, and that's considered with evidence of your own art practice. So there is flexibility in getting onto the courses. And work experience in the care sector, voluntary or NHS, is very helpful, just to prove that you kind of are interested in working psychotherapeutically with other people. There are 10 qualifying training courses in the UK in all 4 nations, with 3 being in London, but they're spread around the country. So those are the places that currently offer a qualifying master's in art psychotherapy. So my route to art therapy, I did a 3-dimensional design degree. Then I went off and worked in arts administration for many years. Became dissatisfied in that and was interested in other people. So I completed a counselling course, then did some voluntary work in Learning Difficulties charity. Then I had an honorary contract with Adolescent Mental Health Hospital to gain experience. Then I did a foundation course in art therapy, which is a good way in to see whether you're suited to that profession. You can just do that very part-time to see whether it's interesting to you. And then I did my postgraduate diploma in art therapy, as it was then, in the year 2000, where my first post was within West Berkshire, not within CAMS, but within special project at that time. This image here that you can see is an image from a project I've done with the local design students from college. So we did part of their design BTEC was to look at mental health. So we put together a module, and I set them a brief about what mental health means to them as young people. So this was done as in a response to that. So we have lots of their work up in the building, which they've kindly let us share with other young people that use our space. So I thought I'd show that to you. So for further information, the most useful website is our professional body, which is the British Association of Art Therapists, where they have lots of information about the training, and they have some very good videos of people who've experienced art therapy as patients and clients, and what they felt about that. So that's really useful, and you can look at all the different job prospects and the different training courses and find out about the career of becoming an art psychotherapist. So I hope that's been helpful, and please get in touch if you'd like any more information about art therapy. There are also some other arts therapist careers: music therapy, drama therapy, and dance movement therapy, who all come under a similar umbrella of arts therapists. So please contact us if you need to know anything more. Thank you.